I really think I like that. You know, I love fucking Josh, but I didn't think this Tyson's too elusive. He's not gonna hit him. Listen, we're keeping it honest, right? I like Joshua. I like Joshua a lot, right? He don't punch. Maybe he punch harder than what's the other guy? The black guy, Wilder. He doesn't punch faster than Wilder. If he doesn't punch faster than Wilder, he's not gonna fucking touch this guy. And that's just what I see. He punches hard, but he doesn't punch fast. If Tyson Fury can get away from Wilder's fast punches, Joshua might be in trouble.
Those are the words of Mike Tyson. As Mike Tyson was asked about who does he favor, he favors Tyson Fury. And he favors Tyson Fury because he feels Tyson Fury is too elusive. He feels that he's not going to be able to touch him because as hard as Anthony Joshua hits, he doesn't hit as fast as someone like Deontay Wilder. And since Deontay Wilder was faster, he was able to touch Tyson Fury here and there. Rounds 9, round 12, round 1 in the second fight, round 2 in the second fight, right? He was able to get that right hand off. And the first fight were totally different from the second fight. But he was still able to touch Tyson. That's the point, okay? I think Mike is not coming from a biased standpoint. 100%. I don't. I think what Mike is doing, and he says he likes both people, and it's not. I don't think he comes off as a hater or anything like that. He thinks that he's too elusive, based on what he's seen Joshua do. I would have to disagree 50%. I agree with Tyson 50, and then I disagree with him 50. The 50 I agree with is, I agree with him 50% of he doesn't punch faster than Deontay Wilder. He doesn't. He doesn't punch faster than him. Deontay Wilder has a faster delivery, okay? He has a faster delivery with the right hand, but he only throws the right hand. Joshua throws many punches, okay? And if he can throw punches within the punches of Tyson Fury, it's a certain thing that we call timing. When a fighter is faster than you, you have to worry more about timing that fighter, not how faster that fighter is than you. That's how you do it. So I feel that at the end of the day, I feel that Tyson is overlooking the possibility of timing, okay? And that's what we have. Timing is a very important virtue in this fight, okay? When Joshua fights, when Joshua throws punches, he does know how to counter. We've seen it in the Pulev fight. And the question you ask yourself, Pulev is a guy that has a good jab and a quick right hand delivery over that wicked quick jab. Okay, so you have to look at the fighters that he was able to be successful with. Okay, now mind you, I don't pay the quickness and speed that much of a issue. Yes, Tyson Fury is elusive. He is elusive. But to what fighters? To a one-handed fighter like Wilder that only throws 1 to 2 punches at a time? Okay, now you could argue that he did the same thing with Klitschko. Klitschko wasn't able to get off, but Klitschko has always had a problem with jumping or pulling the trigger. Okay, he's had that problem. Ask the late, great Emmanuel Stewart about the problems that Vladimir Klitschko had regarding Vladimir. Okay, so, or his punching, or getting his punches off, rather. So I think with Vladimir, with his problems, Wilder with his limitation, I think this is going to be a good fight because people are going to underestimate Joshua's timing. Now, Tyson Fury has his own timing because I have another video to do a side-by-side comparison, and that's going to be fun because then I could get in depth with these two guys. But I think timing is going to be an issue on both sides, not just one. Because what happens when Joshua starts throwing those combinations and Tyson Fury counters? You see what I'm saying? Because Tyson Fury will make a believer out of you by his performances. What do I mean? The undefeated Tom Schwartz. Tom Schwartz threw a 4 or 5 punch combination. And Fury missed and glazed and rubbernecked all those punches, right? And got that boy out of there in 2 rounds. And that boy gave his all, I believe. But his all wasn't really how much, though. That's what you ask yourself. How much was that? So, seeing stuff like that, you're like, man, how is Joshua going to attack him and hurt him with the punches if he can't hit him with the punches? Okay, because that was the thing with Floyd. Can you knock Floyd out? Yes, you can knock him out if you can hit him, but can you hit him? No. The defense is too much. You know, and the one thing that you have to look at, we haven't seen Tyson Fury since the Deontay Wilder fight. Deontay Wilder fight's totally different. So I hope Mike is not using that fight as a reference, because if he is, he's in trouble and he made the wrong decision. But again, this isn't a video which we just saw. I don't think it was a video where Mike just thought, well, he's too elusive. He likes both guys. He just thinks that Tyson Fury, defensive-wise, is going to be too much. But I don't believe it will be that bad. And if it is, I will be highly, highly impressed with Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury. Because Tyson Fury is a guy that really you can't count out. Okay? He made a believer out of me in the first Wilder fight. Not really the second. The second, it was surprising. But it was surprising in a different way. The way he took it to Wilder. But in the first fight, he showed that, hey, I'm not in the best shape, but I can still box. I can still keep this guy off of me, despite him being the hardest puncher in the heavyweight history, yada, yada, yada. I can still keep this guy off my ass for at least 10 out of those 12 rounds. And he did exactly that. And guess what? I think he won at least 9 of them. Doing so with the quote-unquote pillow punching. Okay? Now, one thing Mike didn't mention was the punching power. But that I will cover in the side-by-side video with Anthony Joshua and Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury, on how they deliver punches, okay? But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Mike Tyson's prediction of Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.